closer, yeah.
You can keep your mouth
Here?
pretty
Okay.
close to it, yeah. But how's it going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Small talk again. We have
Yeah,
to,
right. I know.
like,
Rejuvenate.
It's like we
the,
just started talking.
I've been getting real awkward at these intros, so I've been trying to just like jump right into the conversation.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was like, well, this is Marble Teeth, y'all. How's it going?
It's good. Hello.
Let's see here. So yeah, Caleb is on a tour right now, and we have a show tonight at Lindemans. This is actually the first podcast I'm doing like during the day, so it's kind of
really?
kind of
Are
cool.
these evening hangouts?
Yeah, usually at like
Okay.
8 p.m. Cause I got
The
work
matinee?
and stuff. Yeah, the matinee. This is the matinee, the Social Sync podcast. But tour's been good.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
every show's been.
So where'd
really
you start?
nice. I started in Decatur, where I'm from, in Illinois.
Okay,
And
kind
that
of
was
like a
last
send off.
Friday. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, well, it was a show actually that had been booked for July maybe or something, and then one of the bands from Decatur had a COVID exposure, so it got like pushed back
Sure.
to this one. So that one was fun. A rescheduled show from a long time ago.
Yep.
And then I kind of just planned all the other shows for after that because I found out I had that. Then I did St. Louis, Oklahoma City, Omaha, Kansas City, Iowa City, lots of cities,
Yeah.
and then Madison, and then here,
Wow.
Milwaukee.
Have they been like a mixture of DIY shows and then also?
Yeah, it's been
More-
overwhelmingly houses, I would say.
Sure.
I've played two. In Decatur, I played like a little hall we have that just started again called The Loft.
Oh,
It's like an upstairs, like
badass.
art gallery kind of area almost.
so is it like somebody's house though?
No,
Like, you
it's
know?
it's above like the Arts Council, which is like a
Oh,
city sponsored
okay.
space, I guess.
Sweet.
So that was one of the bigger rooms, and then I played Gabe's in Iowa City, which is like a bar DIY spot kind
Okay.
of. But everything else was a house, a basement or an apartment or
Got you.
a living room.
Yeah, which is where we first met was a DIY
Yeah,
living
yeah.
room space, which I
Yeah.
did want to bring that up. That night was crazy too. So for context, Caleb is from Decatur.
Decatur,
Decatur.
yeah, Illinois, yeah. Decatur, I hardly know her.
Yeah, right.
I've got no before.
Central Illinois is Central Illinois.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the state, pretty much. If you fold the map up of Illinois, it's like
gotcha.
literally right
on
in the middle.
fold.
Yeah, pretty much the crease.
Right.
We're in the
Which,
center
how
crease.
did you? I think I talked to Dylan from Honey Creek recently about it. Y'all met in like Michigan.
We met in
right?
Detroit one time. Yeah,
Yo.
yeah. That was in. I met them in like 2018, maybe.
Wow.
I don't even know what that place was called. It was like a warehouse.
Wow.
But yeah, that's
You
just
always
crazy.
just on the same bill together.
Yeah. It was like
Okay.
a crossover show. It was like I got booked onto a show that was already going on, and then they had double booked the venue as well. So there was like a like EDM DJ that was kind of going in between the bands that was like
Oh
off in the
my
corner, and it was just
God.
like a giant warehouse, and there was kind of like a market going
Oh.
on in one corner that was like the people that were with the DJ, they were selling like incense and
Oh shit.
tapestries, like stuff like that.
sounds
It was
pretty
like
sick.
music festival type, like
In a warehouse.
people, But then there was also like the pop punk show going on,
Sure, right?
like right next to it.
Gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a long story of how I met them, and then
yeah, because
I
they
don't-
were. Because then, were you just coming through on tour at that time? So like fall of 2018, we did a show together, and that was at the Honey Creek Boys' house.
and I don't know if they ever did shows there a lot.
I
But I told them I was
so.
like, it could just be like a living room thing. So I was trying to do
Yeah.
like smaller sets. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dylan hit me up, and then also Carter and Dwayne, and I had no idea what to expect either. But Dylan was like, "Yeah, like just kind of like a living room kind of thing," and
Because did you guys even use a mic or anything? Was it?
yeah, we used
You
we had like
you
a
brought
mic.
some stuff out? Okay.
Yeah, there's a PA, and then just plugged in, brought an amp. I think we
Gotcha.
all shared the same amp.
Yeah.
And then what had happened was, well, it was kind of strange because I got there and I was really only talking to Dylan, and I barely knew Dylan at the time, and I didn't know any of his roommates. So I showed up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Dylan's working tonight." So he was coming later.
Dang, okay, yeah.
But I was like, "Oh damn, okay." And then yeah, we're just kind of hanging out, and then we played our sets, and I forget during whose set it was, but shout out Haley, my really good friend and then mutual friend of yours. She showed up, and she kind of showed up pretty frazzled. And I don't know if I remember like getting the rundown that night, but what had happened is that she showed up to that house, and there was while she was walking up, a car just kind of crashed right on the front porch of the house that we were playing at. And the dude was just passed out in the front seat, and he was basically overdosing. And then she like basically saved this dude's life. I don't think she had Narcan, but she called the ambulance or something, and they came and they shot this dude up with Narcan, and he like woke up and did the whole like kind of piss that broke his high kind of thing. And yeah, fucking crazy. It just happened like super randomly. And out of all the people too, Haley is a huge proponent of like Narcan and addiction type.
Well, yeah,
type things.
Thank God she was walking down the street.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
literally.
I don't remember hearing that firsthand experience, honestly. That's nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Like
yeah, you'll have to talk to her
I guess
about
that's
it
like the
tonight.
night we met, but
Yeah, that was fucking
man.
crazy.
And it was also like everyone inside didn't know it had even happened. Like we didn't hear it, or like
No.
there was like the police lights kind of, but it was like just background, like lights
Right.
going on.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah.
It didn't feel like.
I think for a
Something
second I was like,
was
are we
happening.
getting shut down right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. The cops are here.
We're playing like
Man,
just a
yeah, but
super
then looking
chill
out the window and there was
acoustic set.
just
Yeah.
a car there. That was. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
that
many
was-
Milwaukee memories.
That was wild. But yeah, so that's where we met. And then yeah, I've been in contact with you ever since. But how have you been? Like haven't talked to you since like briefly last September. But
Yeah,
you're still
yeah, I
working
mean-
at the t-shirt place.
Yep, I work at a Play It Again Sports.
Okay. Gotcha.
Franchise. Yeah, they got those up here. New and used
Play It
sporting
Again.
goods.
I think I've heard of it. I don't
It's
know.
like owned by the same people that own Plato's Closet. So they have the little like recycling logo kind of thing.
Okay. Plato's Closet. What is that? I've heard
It's like
of it. I'm the,
upscale thrift store. Like
Oh,
they'll buy
okay.
American Eagle shorts
Yeah.
for like $20.
Okay. I thought that for some reason that comes to my mind as like a strip club or something. Plato's Closet.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's got that Vegas kind of, or what's the big one, Nero's or something. They're always named after emperors or.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a
I guess
Silk,
Plato
Silk
wasn't
Exotics are the big ones here. Silk Exotic.
Okay, I'll have to write that down
Yeah.
for after the show. I got an off day tomorrow, so we'll.
Yeah, right. Just hang out at the strip club.
But no, it's been good. Weird couple of years, obviously, I guess, for everyone. We don't have to talk about that too much, but
yeah.
I feel like when we met, that fall of 2018 was right when I was kind of starting to take, or I was trying to do like touring a lot more. Like 2018 was the year I probably did the most. 18 or 19, like I was really trying to grind on it pretty hard back then. So it was weird to take like a full stop kind of, because I feel like I was just starting to get in the groove of like figuring out what really worked. I had like just started doing the TV stuff.
Yep.
But it was also nice to like have just to stop for a while and have to get some other hobbies kind of, because it was just like taking over my life a little bit. So it's been fun. I've definitely gotten into like some other things that some I can even like incorporate into it. Like I picked up screen printing, so I feel like the merch is in a different spot than it used to be.
Really?
I'm
Dude,
like
you've always
stoked
had
on.
the sickest merch.
Yeah. Well, they just don't fall apart anymore.
No, it's
Some-
holding together. This was like 2019, I want to say I got this one.
It's holding up really good. And that's a sweet one. Yeah, you showed up that last time wearing that, and I was like, man.
Right.
The problem is sometimes when I'm making them all, I don't like document them very well. I'll like take pictures of a few of them if I'm trying to sling it on Instagram or something. But there's so many that have just become lost to time, or like some person so far away that I'll never talk to again.
Yeah.
That I need to take a picture of every single one and like make a catalog someday or something.
Right.
But,
Oh, dude, that would be sick.
yeah,
It's like a table piece kind of
Yeah,
thing of all
yeah.
your creations.
2018 through 2030.
Yep.
every piece.
Screen printing is gnarly, dude.
Yeah, it's been a fun little, like, I figured that out last fall, I feel like, and it's like addicting when you kind of get the first few going. It's like
Sure.
more and more. I gotta like,
Do you
what
have
else
like
can I put this on?
a single press kind of thing?
No, it's more of like, it's pretty DIY. Like, I just staple them into a picture frame essentially.
Oh,
So it's
shit.
like
Got you.
hand line it up,
Got you.
lay it flat on a table kind of deal.
And you just buy your screens then? And
Yeah, I get screened and then like
So you staple the screen onto like a picture frame?
into the
thing?
picture frame.
Oh,
yeah.
badass, dude.
Using some equipment I use at the sporting goods store.
Sure, sure.
Have figured out how to like make those. So
Are they cool with like you taking off then? Probably
like
for
work and stuff.
tour?
Or it's my family like runs it. So
Oh shit.
um
Okay.
they're pretty lax with. I pretty much only do the shirts. So, I mean, we'll just get big orders in. I get all those done, and then we're like, all right, I won't be here for these 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
just tell everyone, and it'll be a little bit like, no rush jobs for 2 weeks.
Right.
But I mean, everyone there is good about picking up the slack I leave behind if there's any jobs. But
Sure.
um,
Dude, I feel like finding a job that will, as far as like touring goes, like that, man, it's tough to.
yeah,
find
what are you
something
doing? What are you?
flexible. I'm in property management, so I graduated college May 2021, and then I had an internship in all of that year, like 2020 to whatever. It was in property management, and I'm basically a leasing consultant at an apartment place downtown.
Oh, okay.
So pays the bills, and it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I get PTO and benefits and all
Okay.
that stuff.
Dang,
so
nice.
it's a good job, and I've always like been interested in like property management, I guess, as far as like one day owning my own kind of thing.
For sure.
But yeah, it's good, and PTO is pretty solid. As far as like doing tours and stuff, we've never done like a big week
sure,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Like ask off a ton of work.
Yeah, we've really just done weekenders. Really just that one, but we want to do more.
Yeah, well, and this is a pretty central location, it seems like, to at least like a good amount of scenes that you could play in and
Yeah.
not have to like drive 6 hours in one day or something.
Literally.
Like get 4 or 5 shows
like
down.
you're
and-
just saying, like Madison, Chicago.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they're all right there. Want to get up to Minneapolis this winter
Okay,
or spring too. Get up there a little bit more.
there you go. More
Yeah.
carry-on shows. Get that.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Once that private jet deal comes in,
yeah.
be flying all
so
over.
sick.
So the Social Sig apartments. I was imagining. I was like thinking of questions I would ask, I guess, and like in what was next, or I was thinking of project. I can't even remember what it was now. So this is a bad way to segue, but
Oh, you're chilling.
I'll
I do one day. I was just talking with Charlie from Scam Likely about this, but it would be cool to own like a warehouse one day, like kind of what you're just talking
Yeah.
about, but like Rob Dyrdek the fuck out of it, kind of like Fantasy Factory.
playgrounds.
Yeah, dude. Because I
For
love
real.
skateboarding a bunch, and I want to have like a venue there. This is like long term.
Definitely.
Like venue, skate park, and then like practice spaces would be cool in there for like local bands or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Just yeah, I don't know.
Some padded rooms.
Yeah.
Social Sig Network is what I was thinking. Now I
Sure.
remember now the social media.
Social Sig Network.
The Social Sig Media. That could be the headquarters.
Dude, basically, and then run like a reality TV show.
Yeah, start taking over every media.
Yep. Just like Rob Dyrdek,
It looks-
Fantasy Factory.
I've seen Ridiculousness, but I don't know Fantasy Factory.
Oh,
I
really?
was not a cable watcher as a child. I'll be honest. Was
Ridiculousness is
give me a rundown.
alright. That's like
This yeah, this is
rip
that's
off
late.
of Daniel
Yeah,
Tosh.
okay.
I thought that was kind of dumb.
Reaction.
Yeah, it was like a PG version of Daniel Tosh. But Fantasy Factory was just this big warehouse he had it was just a reality
Okay.
show, and he just did like had famous skaters come through and just like hang out, and they had a show out of it.
Cause mischief. Oh, I have to check that out.
Yep.
Yeah,
it
I
was
live-
cool.
Reality TV. Honestly, that was a big blind spot for me as a child. So every once in a while when I find something interesting, it's fun to just dive in for a while.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know
that
if
your
they
world.
have episodes like, I don't know. I think it was on MTV, Rob Dudek's Fantasy Factory. Yeah,
That sounds right.
because he did.
Did he
Rob
start
and
as a
Big.
skater, or how did he?
Yeah,
even,
dude, Rob Dudek is
he-
interesting. That
He's
guy.
definitely not a comedian. I wouldn't say after
Not like-
watching
He's
Ridiculousness.
an entertainer,
Yeah.
like, and slash business
A style
dude.
icon.
Yeah, well, I don't really know his full story, but basically, he was a skater, and then he was gonna be dropped, and I think he was one of the first skaters to really release a shoe kind of thing, and he was like
Interesting.
one of his ideas. He was like kind of a business brain, and then he had a reality TV show with it was Robin Big, and it was his security guard.
Gotcha.
It's this big black dude
Yeah,
like
yeah.
walking around, and they would always just like hang out and just do the funniest shit. Dude. It was such a good show, and I remember watching that growing up. And then he did Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, and then Ridiculousness. I think he's always just doing stuff.
His legacy,
Yeah.
that I feel like that's the one that is on for like 10 hours straight on TV. Ridiculousness. It'll be
Yeah.
like a whole
Sure, it's
a
just
chunk
like
knocked
on
out. Yeah,
at a bar.
yeah,
kind of
literally. It's like
thing.
Chive TV.
Yeah, Chive TV.
Yeah.
Just
So
playing
honestly,
clips.
when something's like on like that at the bar, I'm like sitting in the corner, like just watching
Dude,
it.
it is so
Yeah.
addicting to watch.
Fail compilations and
Yeah,
that's
straight up. Kind of like America's Funniest
my
Home
vice.
Videos.
Literally, yeah. Tom Bergeron. That's
AFV.
yeah. Man, I remember watching that like investedly,
Totally.
really excited to see who would win the $100,000 or whatever.
Sure, right?
$2,000, whatever they're
It
giving
is
away.
interesting. That's like the OG version of like TikTok almost.
Yeah, true. That's so interesting.
How,
Because
like,
then
those
they would
home
like
videos.
they'd bring clips back from like past episodes, and it's like
right.
the tournament at the end almost. Like, who's gonna win? This
What's that
little
guy's
kid
name?
dropping an egg. Tom Bergeron. There was a few different hosts, but that's the guy I remember for sure. Like,
Yeah.
then I remember my world kind of being like shattered when I saw him also hosting Dancing with the Stars. Because did he do? I think he did that for a while too, and I was like,
I
this
don't
doesn't
know,
seem
but
like
he did.
the right fit.
Right. Dancing with the Stars, yeah, never got into that one. Dude, it's crazy to think about the amount of TV like everyone watched growing
yeah,
up. It's
yeah.
just so much Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. And you said you didn't have cable.
No, yeah, I didn't really watch a ton of like TV growing up. We had like movies and stuff. Sometimes
Sure.
we would watch, but
Sure.
yeah, not cable.
Interesting.
Only at other people's houses, or that's probably where if I'm at the bar and it's playing, I'm like glued to it. My
Getting your
inner
fix
child.
in,
Yeah, I'm healing my
right?
inner child by
Oh my
melting my brain.
God. Yeah. Which is every time I try to like think of one SpongeBob episode, like I could not tell you the plot or anything.
Really?
It's just so mindless to
Yeah.
me. I watch so much.
There's that, but then I feel like there are some people. There's a flip side who it's like, oh, dude, it's like that one episode of SpongeBob where he does this, and then they go and do this thing. And it's like they know all
Yeah.
of it. They've seen them all like so many times, like culturally huge. It's so interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to watch one like over and over to really like remember what the episode was. Like the one with the bullworm. Did you watch SpongeBob?
No,
at
like
all?
I
Oh man.
I'm familiar with it just because I feel like it's like just such pop culture. Like you see
Yeah,
things just
yeah.
like in memes, like. So I understand the culture of SpongeBob. I played Battle for Bikini Bottom on the PS2 a lot,
Sure.
but
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah. you play that one?
Mm-mm.
Were you
I remember like
skateboard games, or you were
I did
mentioning him
skateboard
as a kid?
games. I remember there's a SpongeBob game online I would always play. It was like the medieval one. I couldn't tell you like what you would do in the game, but
Medieval SpongeBob.
yeah, medieval. Like there's an episode where they're all like medieval times.
Okay.
It was
Like
one of
knights
the-
and
yeah, like knights and
Kings and queens.
Yep. Like dragons and stuff, and I forget. But yeah, that was one of the like internet games, dude. At the time too, there's like a Sweet Life of Zack and Cody game I would always play.
yeah.
There's a bunch.
Remember doing that at the library? They had like you could go on a list of a few different websites and I'd go in and
There's
play
a
that for a while.
addictinggames.com.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, sit on there for hours.
For real. Yeah, just click like try one out. No, this isn't it.
I remember at the library there is always the backyard baseball.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Those was cool. Backyard soccer.
That
was cool. Good times.
Those were sweet. Yeah, backyard. Yeah, hockey. I think I had a hockey, a baseball.
Sure. Yeah.
Man, what else was there?
Football,
basketball. Yeah,
football.
football. All of them.
Dude, there's like Pablo. I think Pablo. Was he the kid in the wheelchair?
No, he was like short and had a backwards hat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think Kenny Wheeler.
Kenny
Wheeler was in the wheelchair. Pablo Sanchez was the kid with the hat.
Yep, iconic. I'll see some memes every now and then of like Pablo Sanchez baseball cards or something like that.
This dude's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Fun games.
How has your merch been doing? I mean, I've always been following your merch and stuff. It seems it's a big part of like Marvel tees.
Yeah, I mean, just because of the sports store gig, like I learned how to do that like as a trade, I guess, just doing that all day there, putting names and numbers on stuff. So back when I first started doing it, like 2017 maybe, I want to say.
Yeah.
I was doing like very few designs cut out on a vinyl cutter, so there's like a little less quality. Sometimes they'll peel off if you like dry them really hard or hot in the dryer or something. And I would just throw them in like this big tub, and you'd have to like dig around through them. But I've kind of been workshopping that system.
It's come a long way.
Yeah. It really like just every trip I'm like, all right, let me try this out. So yeah, going from selling them in a tub where you just have to get on your knees and dig through them, to putting them on like a rack, hanging them all up, to then starting screen printing them and being able to do like more designs more efficiently.
Yeah. Do you sell online at all?
I don't have a store. I've tried like doing a big cartel when I was going to do a big drop of stuff, but it's just so much work to it. Because so I thrift stuff and then print on it too. Is how I get the blanks. And to list like each one individually, and then once it sells to just delete it, it's like just a lot to do that.
Yeah.
And I sell them pretty well on Instagram anyway. Like sure. I'll usually just every couple of weeks post like 6 or 7 on my story, or like in a post.
Do you ship them out then?
Yeah. I can just like shipping's pretty cheap for a t-shirt. So
got you.
Just
what's your process as far as like shipping? Like, do you go to the post office and just grab one of the boxes that they have, or?
I used to get like the priority envelopes because those are like a flat rate typically, but I think they keep raising the prices slowly. So my new thing has been getting like a Kroger bag or just like a plastic bag from the grocery store, because I've got like 50 of those just like in a box.
Yeah.
I'll fold the shirt up in that, tape it up, and then like tape another one around it too, so it's like double bagged in just like plastic bags, and that's like $2.50 cheaper than like the priority envelope.
Yeah,
if it's like just one t-shirt.
So you can ship stuff in I'm thinking like a plastic.
Yeah, just like literally like you get from the store. Yeah.
Does it have to be like taped up pretty good? That I
mean, I fold it all up to where it's like there's just one little seam where there would be an open, and I cover that pretty well.
Okay.
And I mean, I've been doing that for a couple months and like sent a good amount of things, and
badass.
I'm pretty sure all of them have made them. Let me know if something didn't make it out there. Right. I haven't heard any.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm still waiting on this thing.
Right.
Maybe I got a weird look like the first time at the post office, but then some of the people have been like, this is really smart. I never thought to do this.
Sure.
One way to use a plastic bag again, I guess.
Yeah.
It probably just gets thrown away after that because the tape kind of gunks it up. But
I always thought that there'd be like requirements for like shipping like that.
Yeah, I mean, so you go in, and then I do go to the like you can also just print out like paid for labels and everything, like type in the address, but that's also tedious sometimes. Like type it, I don't have a printer, so I can't like print it off or anything, so I usually just like handwrite them, and then you gotta like pay when you get there.
Sure. What do you charge for shipping at all? Or do you?
It's usually like honestly $5 to do it if I'm just doing a shirt. So I mean, I'll be like, just factor it into what I'm asking for the cost of the shirt, because I really don't have like super set prices all the time. It's kind of pay what you can. Now that I've started screen printing, I'm like more confident of the quality, and it's not gonna like start doing that.
Yeah.
I started like I'll be
That's
like kind
character.
of
That's
in between
character.
these prices, but it's whatever you can do. Like
Yeah.
if that's a little steep,
Yep.
but yeah, then just
Badass.
like $5 for shipping. But
Uh-huh.
it's
'Cause I asked because I've been like trying to set up an online store.
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
thing. I was looking at a Depop, which, like you were saying, you do have to like mark
Yeah.
inventory kind of thing. But in Depop, I think they include the buyer pays for shipping on there, and then Depop sends you a printing label you
Yeah,
can print
yeah.
off, and then just send it out.
That's smart. You have like just a few designs, and then you've got like a full run of like sizes and everything, or
Yeah, I have a good amount of sizes. I just have like that Thrasher text.
Okay.
I want to get more designs going, but those have been doing really well. And
Yeah.
it was like my first T-shirt design that I finally. I kind of was dragging my feet a little bit.
sure.
But yeah, I want to get something online that like can be pretty easy for people to get. I don't know how much time I really want to invest in me like shipping stuff
Yeah.
out, but
Yeah, it would be nice to have the
like
one that like gives you a
automated.
label. Yeah, you just print it out, stick it on there.
Right. But yeah, having an automated thing would be sweet too. I think like Shopify does that. But then
Yeah.
you gotta pay them and stuff.
Definitely take a cut. Even working through like a company to do that, like the big cartel, they always take like a little percent, or you got to like pay to be like hosting the store. So yeah, I don't know. I really just on Instagram is like mostly where I'll sell them if I am trying to sell them, and then if I've got like a ton of shows like coming up, I'm just like I'll just sell them at the shows.
Yeah.
Like try and keep the
Yes.
rarity up. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. That's
right.
that's something I guess I'm still workshopping. But yeah, from where we started with talking about the rack and everything, like building it up, it's definitely like it's reflected in the sales kind of
For sure.
like the better presentation you kind of like can come up with. It's easier to look through and stuff like that.
I remember our last show at Lindeman's a year ago. You had the rack and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb.
So I went from like the $9.99 like Target one you get that like will snap sometimes in the car or something to like I built this little trifold like thing
Sure.
out of grid, like steel grid that
bring it
folds
along
up on
for this
itself.
one?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it folds up real small, like slides in the car. It's fun, like just trying to workshop stuff like this. Yeah. All the going back to the break of COVID, kind of like it's been nice to have a little time to work on some new stuff,
Definitely.
new hobbies. Just retrain the brain a little bit to be like
Lots of
more than
time
one
to
thing.
do it.
Yeah, not like
Right.
just go all the time.
Right. Do you still drive in that same car?
I had a Jeep Cherokee
Sick. Okay.
for a while, but I do not have that. I've got a Honda Odyssey
Okay.
minivan.
Oh, minivan.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm on the minivan.
Yeah, what do you got?
To Toyota Sienna.
Oh, nice. That's
She's
what my
getting up
parents
there
have.
on the miles.
Okay.
But those things are tanks, man.
Yeah, what year is it?
2006.
Nice.
Yeah. It's almost hitting 200,000 miles. So I'm thinking about like what I'll do for a next car. But man, I really want to get like Mercedes Sprinter.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing, and
dude.
build it out. That's like one of my dreams.
Definitely.
Too.
Especially for touring, that just
Dude,
be
yeah,
so
you would
easy.
kill it in that, man.
Yeah, I need like something I can just have pull a big trailer that I just leave it all set up in there, and it's like a walkthrough. Like you got to come outside and walk through this trailer to see the merch.
Oh,
and I don't have to
sure.
take it all into
Like
the
a store.
yeah
That
the
would be
movable store.
cool.
It's out on the curb.
Right. Oh, that would be
Maybe
sick.
that'll be that's just daydreaming out loud here, but
Yeah, could be like an ice cream truck. I feel like you could literally just have like a merch and just open the gate.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, say what up.
come on, step right up.
Yeah, play some like Marble Teeth music through the loudspeaker.
Pop-up shop. Honestly, yeah, that's the goal, is to like not the goal, but the dream maybe,
Yeah.
to evolve past the need for shows.
Yeah.
I mean, not even really, but just like being able to do other stuff like that, just like a pop-up, or like have enough stuff outside of music that I'm confident in, that I could just be like selling things somewhere and not
Totally.
need the show. Like, it's nice to have the show to sell the shirts at, but like, it's I don't want to have to put something together that's like I feel responsible for delivering a set or something like that. It'd be cool to just have like a merch stand somewhere. I guess.
Totally. Because like being a artist, like you want to like go and try to live off of it. There's so many different facets of an income that you could kind of grow.
Yeah, it's kind you kind of got to look at it like a business sometimes, or it's like fun to at least like, as long as you're not being consumed with it, it's a fun just like outlet to experiment with ideas and
totally
kind of see in real time how it pays off. Like
especially
this tour has been, I feel like I got ambitious with the amount of things I was going to try to achieve before I left, and I had like a busy few weeks leading up to it, but just made myself my little to-do list, like got the DVD all burned. Technology is always just like a little finicky when it comes to doing things free or cheaply. I like went through like 3 different softwares trying to burn this DVD. I would like set the menu up, like I downloaded these ones, you set the menu up, get it all ready to go, put the DVD in, like export to burn, and it's like, unless you pay the full subscription, we're going to put this giant watermark on it. And then I'm like, no, like, dude, that's slick. That's slick. So I just deleted that one and went on to the next one. Had it happen again, but we got it together. Like, so I did this. I just finished some like little short story zines that had kind of been like just writing things aimlessly over the past couple of years. And then a couple weeks before the tour, I was like, I bet I have enough where I could read all these and like get 10 that I really liked and just print them out at home. Because I've done zines before, but I ordered those like in from the internet, like someone else printed them out and everything. But these I just printed out on the printer and folded them up all myself and stapled them together. And it was fun. Yeah, it's fun to like just have little projects like that.
Right. Dude, your zines are really cool.
Thanks, man.
I've been reading some of your stuff you post on Instagram.
Thanks.
You're a really good writer. Do you have a
I appreciate that.
typewriter?
Yeah, I've got, my girlfriend got me like a electric one, so you plug it in and it goes. I had one that was like the mechanical one with like the things, but that one got a little finicky too, or it would just like start skipping stuff or whatever.
Right. But badass, man. You really do a incredible job with like putting that human touch into your art. I feel
Thanks,
very
dude.
like hands-on and DIY. Like I remember Dylan from Honey Creek, we were talking once, and he's like, dude, because we were talking about just like doing tours, and I was thinking about doing a bigger tour, and just kind of sat down with him and talks about like feasibility, I think, of it. And he's like, man, you should reach out to Caleb Marble Teeth. That dude is a tour rat, man. He's just like been through it.
Yeah, they met me in tour era for sure too. I was like, this is what I do now, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure it out, and it seems like it works better every time. Like was that feeling I was getting where it was just like, I mean, trial and error, just like anything else. It's like you do something over and over, you're gonna kind of figure out your own spin on it and what works and what like doesn't work quite as well and what you can do to improve upon it.
Totally. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I really like the I think you made stickers that you posted that had like just words.
Yeah, I figured out how to run those through a typewriter, so I've just been like,
the sticker things on the type, like through the typewriter.
Yeah. So you just type them
dude. Out. Okay.
So that's a little inefficient, as in like you've got to type each one individually.
Still puts a touch
like
to it.
Definitely, yeah. I was just like giving those away for a while at shows all the time when I first figured it out. I'm definitely gonna not just be making them to give away, because that's the same thing too with that, where I was talking about the documentation. Like, not that I want to become obsessed with that and like, I don't know, be scared to not just be doing like one-off stuff like that. But I feel like I wrote so many of those that I was like, oh, this is funny and smart, and then I just give it away, and I like will never see it, and I forgot it. Like, I need to start taking pictures of all of them. Like,
got some good lyrics in there.
some one-liners or something.
Yeah,
I was just making things up.
Totally. There's something beautiful about like a one-of-one kind of thing.
Yeah,
giving it out, putting it out into the world, and makes it that much more personable, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Some flair on it.
Yeah.
Rough around the edges.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So you've been doing full band shows mostly recently, but you started out acoustic as well? Or was it always full band? I guess I remember seeing you acoustic at that one show, but give me the history of the...
I always like pictured my sound as a full band with like the earlier songs like Yellow Weekends and everything is just like the classic drums, guitar, lead guitar, bass.
Yeah.
But I also I haven't done solo shows in a while, but I really like the solo shows. Kind of just have acoustic and me singing kind of thing. It's nice to have the flexibility to do it too. So mostly full band stuff though, which has been really kick ass. I don't think you've seen us yet with like I have the same drummer as last year, but new bassist and guitarist.
All right.
So
I'm sick.
Yeah,
you guys
man.
like killed it last time, so I've been seeing all the videos and everything. It sounds really, really tight.
Thank you, man.
It's fun to go from doing acoustic to a full band sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Just feeling it get tighter and tighter like every time you play. Sometimes,
dude.
learning a little new like,
seriously.
oh, let's try this. Like,
yeah, we've been doing a similar set since like last spring, I guess. But yeah, every time it's just like we get so much more tight.
yeah.
It's so fun.
So when all these people played on the most recent record.
Yeah, it was a little bit mix of both. Like, like Middle Child was all me. Some songs were all me, but then like 3 of them, I Swear It Evolves, Raspberry Blue, and My Last Cigarette we went to the studio and recorded full band, and then did the vocals on top of it.
Okay.
And then we just mix it ourselves.
Nice. Okay. You record? You recorded the other ones, or did all of those were done at a studio and so?
All the other ones, other than those 3, are recorded here.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Like
Sweet.
From Afar and Freezing. So a little bit of mixture of like I'll do lead and bass. Otherwise, I'll have Austin do bass and Jacob do lead guitar.
Okay.
And then just use like the looper drums, which kind of works out.
Yeah.
I like to have like that. Like if I want a certain way for the drums to sound, I'll just kind of create that. But then also Kai puts like his flavor on.
Yeah.
Like the live stuff will sound different than
Definitely.
the recorded every time. But yeah, just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah, it's cool to have a little different live versus like recording. Like give it some more energy live. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, playing with a full band compared to just doing solo, like I really love the intimacy of like kind of quieter and more like raw doing solo, but then the full band, just like the energy is just like people go hard.
And you're all in the zone too. Yeah, just like everyone's
so
looking at each
fun.
other and smiling.
Yep, just kind of feeling it. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you got a really good like consistent sound on that album. Like it's interesting to hear you say that you did some of them in the studio live too. Like it was everyone just played a take, and then you did vocals.
We tried to do like playing along to a tempo track, but we just it didn't work out. Especially for like Raspberry Blue, there's just some pauses.
Yeah,
but recorded.
Does it feel like
drums.
more mechanical sometimes? I feel like you're trying to like stick to something.
Just them feeling it totally. But yeah, I think my guitar amp tone, I've gotten pretty good at like finding what kind of channels and amps to put on. I use GarageBand still.
Yeah, nice. Me too,
shamelessly.
Yeah. No, GarageBand. Yeah, it's free. It's there. It's
totally
everywhere. It's on my phone.
Everything I need. Yeah. But like what amps to use that really match the sound that my live amp gets and what I really like the best. So yeah, works out.
And you do it here, just in the apartment?
Yeah, right in here.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I just plug in
really,
straight
really
to the audio interface too.
Okay.
Yeah. Use GarageBand for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Badass.
GarageBand.
Badass.
Freak.
Yeah.
It's so easy. I guess. I don't know. Like I tried Logic, or like I've tried helping my friend who uses Logic on his computer, and it's just like I can't do it. I don't understand it.
It is nice
as much.
to the point where like if I wanted to upgrade to Logic and it's just GarageBand on steroids.
Yeah,
kinda
it's like definitely
thing.
the building blocks, but it's like everything's stripped down, just like the most simple version. And I'm sure, yeah, maybe there's some hotkeys I'm missing, I guess, or whatever.
Sure.
There's like all the things you can learn, but I'm just like
Shortcuts.
using the mouse usually.
Yeah.
Hitting
Do you
start, hitting
mix your
stop.
stuff too and everything?
Yeah, everything other than the Terrible Incline EP that came out, I've recorded and mixed
Okay.
just on GarageBand pretty much. I kind of mix like as I go. I'm just like record it and then like make it sound how I want, and then once I feel like it's done, I'll maybe like just listen to it like 2 or 3 times with my eyes shut and be like, all right, maybe I'll turn this up or down or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, sometimes I feel like recording something, I just like doing it in the moment, and then if I sent it out to get mixed, then it's like, this wasn't how it sounded when I like finished it. So it's like I like, just doing what I can, I guess. Sometimes, not that I'm opposed to mixing it, but if I can do it for free by myself,
Totally.
I see no downside to that usually.
Mm-hmm. It was nice. We didn't do like any like crazy master on our last project, but Austin, the bassist, he just did like a light master where he
there
just
you
kind
go.
of made sure all the levels are the
A
same.
boost.
So like one song isn't like super quiet.
Definitely.
You know? So that's important, I think. Or that, like my second album, Nothing Is For Sure and Everything Is Always Changing. I feel like it's a little bit quieter than it could be.
For sure,
Just because
yeah.
of how I mastered everything.
That's the trap I've fallen into
Sure.
as well. Yeah, it's like you listen to the Terrible Incline one and then Park, and it's like Park, you're on volume 10, and then Terrible Incline, you don't have to turn it up that high.
Sure. Right.
But
So many. But it's cool to look back and like remember that.
yeah, I mean, because
you know.
it's the same thing. Like every time you record a song, you learn something new, pretty much, like a new little trick or like
literally.
new setting to use.
You're like self-taught pretty much for recording and
Pretty much,
everything.
yeah. I mean, I had like other friends who were all trying to kind of figure it out at the same time as me. That we're all just like passing ideas around.
Sure.
But definitely no like schooling. I went to some music camps, I guess, but I don't really remember them showing us GarageBand too much.
Yeah,
Like,
when did you start doing music?
so I mean, I was in like junior high bands and all that stuff, saxophone,
Sure.
tuba. When I was a kid.
Tuba.
Yeah, I played tuba
Nice.
one time. Or I played the baritone euphonium, which is like
Wow.
a mini tuba essentially. It has 3. It's like a big trumpet mini tuba. I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
But for my grandpa played that, so I was passed down one of those. And then the band teacher was like, "We need a tuba for this other band," so they like just let me borrow a tuba to play it, and I thought that would be fun, so I did it.
Nice.
I never really learned how to play it at all, literally, like, because they're like, it's exactly the same, but it's in bass clef music, and I already didn't really know how to read music that well. I've always been kind of just like a play by ear, so I did not do very well at the tuba, but they were giving me this free music camp to come play a tuba because they needed
nice.
me to. So sorry about that. I don't know bass clef very well at all.
You
in
ruined
fact.
it.
Yeah.
You ruined
We
the
played
crowd.
Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog.
I don't know.
That was a fun little riff.
Is
I figured
tuba
that one out.
like very much like short notes, like bum 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 bum.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of lines probably go like that, but there's some like
Sure.
holding out you can do for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely makes your lips like numb by the time you're done.
Yeah.
But I'm spending a lot of time on the short-lived musical journey of my life. Just picked up guitar like in high school, I guess. Kind of.
Cool.
I took some bass lessons in junior high too, so I knew the basic like F, G, A, where everything was on the fretboard at least.
Sure.
So then once I learned power chords, it was like I could just use my bass knowledge to figure out how to play power chord like notes.
Yep.
And then the top 3 strings are kind of a mystery to me. Still, I don't venture up there very much. The high E to the
highs. The B and the D.
yeah, or the G.
Goodbye,
G.
I think of like Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. Is what my guitar teacher
Oh my
told
gosh,
me.
I've never heard that
Yeah.
one. 88 Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie.
When I'm like tuning, I'll like subconsciously a thing. It's
Dang,
like
I've never
ingrained,
even
yeah.
heard that one. I'm gonna have to think of that for a while.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
mine was every good boy does fine.
I've heard that one
Yeah.
too. Does fine. Where's the F? Every.
Well, no, maybe that's
every
that would be the
good
just a note scale, I guess. Then
boy does fine. Like oh, like on a piano.
yeah, maybe that's just like
I
the
think
the
good
notes.
boy. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I remember my piano teacher would be like, "Hey, diddle diddle, D's in the middle." Of like the two black keys.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't know.
dang.
Little things.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I needed a guitar teacher to give me an acronym for
Right.
that one.
Well, cool. Do you mostly just play guitar then now? Is that your main instrument?
That's like what I'm writing a song on. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna write a song, like I want to play more piano. I've been trying to get like a real piano in my house for a while, but it's just like our front steps are pretty thin and rotten.
Oh,
So I'm
shit.
afraid people might fall through if they're trying to carry a piano in. Like get their
Be a
knees snapped.
Huge thing to get up there.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
What's your
But-
living situation like?
Me and my girlfriend rent a house
Oh, cool.
in Decatur. It's like pretty cheap to live out there. So we've got a house.
Do you have the full house to yourself?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's 4-bedroom, but the bedrooms are really small upstairs. So the upstairs is kind of like the living area, and then downstairs we got like living
Oh.
room, kitchen.
Damn, you got the whole house just you
Yeah,
two?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's cool. Ooh, kinda
Got like
spooky.
a music room. Yeah, it's a weird house.
Yeah, 4 bedrooms.
It was
just
like
you two?
trashed when we moved in. Kind
Okay.
of. The rooms are really small, so it's
Okay.
like one we just kind of use as a closet. Like
Sure. Yeah.
one is like the merch printing room.
Cool.
But every time you run the shower, like something with the pipes makes this sound that sounds also exactly like someone walking up the stairs. Like so like every time I'm home alone, yeah, taking the shower, it's like someone's running up the stairs.
Oh, that's creepy.
Look out the curtain.
Creepy.
But at least we know what it is now, but it's still like just weird every time.
Ooh. Is it like an old house?
It's probably pretty old. It
Yeah.
seems like it was made like out of a kit or something almost. The walls are like so thin, like
Ooh. I see.
it's just a big box.
cookie cutter
Like yeah,
kinda.
it's just literally a big square, and then each floor is just like divided with an X in the middle.
Got you. Have you. I don't know what movie it is called, but me and my girlfriend just watched this one where it's like, oh, I forget who's in it. I want to say Michael Cera's in it for some reason, but it's basically a dude and a chick, and they are going on tour of this new neighborhood coming up, and it's basically every house looks the same, and then they basically show up, and every they basically get into like a loop where they can't leave, and they gotta live like oh man, what
The
is it
cookie
called?
cutter life.
Yeah, but like they're the only ones in this neighborhood, and every house is like just like perfect, like kind of creepy, like Dr. Seuss kind of
Yeah.
thing. And then like this kid gets dropped off at the door, and they gotta like raise him. And they gotta try to figure out like how to escape, and they've literally tried to like hop fences and stuff, and then they just end up at the same house
Oh my gosh.
that they were at. Man, it was a gnarly movie, and the kid grows up and he's just really fucking weird, dude. Ah, I'm getting the chills thinking about it.
Oh whoa,
yeah,
scary.
that was a crazy movie.
Is
I wish
it-
I knew the name of it.
Did it it came off as like a conversation on suburbia, kind of like a commentary on today's society?
I think so, because it was yeah, I don't really know what the thesis
The
of
takeaway.
it was. Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of a like a psychological thriller though. Yeah, it was cool.
You like movies?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot? Okay.
Yeah, I love a good movie. We haven't been watching like kind of on a like. There's nothing good on Netflix or any of those
Yeah.
things lately.
Yeah, the news. Yeah, this new stuff coming out.
Yeah, just watched All Is Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay.
That's a newer one on Netflix. That's a World War One movie. Dude, that movie wrecked me, dude.
Like drama, it's like a reenaction kind of thing, or it's like
yeah, it's like based off of a book of this veteran of World War One, and dude, it's fucking gnarly.
I feel like yeah, World War One is overshadowed by World War Two a lot, probably. So I
Yeah.
need to go back in
I
time.
feel like World War One was worse than World War. I mean, both were fucking awful.
Yeah.
But like conditions, like living in it was a very much trench warfare and just really hand to hand kind of thing. They didn't have like crazy technology or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, for real. The cusp of the century.
Right, dude. Oof. 100 years ago. Crazy to think. But yeah.
Yeah, the world's changed so much, and like feels like it's speeding up every year. Like
Right.
there's more and more and more.
Give it like 20 years and we're going to be living in a virtual reality.
Yeah,
I
literally.
swear to God.
Yeah, there's this indicator. There's a they're putting up. I mean, you see these on the highway sometimes, but they're like big LED billboards and stuff. And there's this one that they put on like this overpass that it's usually just like a pretty view and you drive over it. But now there's this electronic billboard there. And on some days where it's just like so gray and rainy, like the billboard, it seems so bright and it's just like glowing and like almost all you can see. And it scares me sometimes where I'm like, there's going to be like 30 of these someday probably. And it's like,
What does it say on
the
there?
gray. Well, then it can flash through all these different ones. They can
Sure.
they can upload the new
Oh,
Crime Stoppers
Right.
photos and the new DQ ad,
yeah, right.
whatever you want.
There's some eerie billboards out there. There's one right in the middle of Milwaukee that's basically it just says the U.S. national debt, and it's just this like quadrillion number, and it's just like
Is it climbing always?
yeah,
There's like a digital
it's
number
always
on it.
good. Yeah,
Dang.
dude, it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And then on the other side was like my buddy took it because it's like a billboard that's like this, and when you look on the middle, you can kind of see both of them. On the other one on the back side, there was like it was like looking for a new bank or something. And it was like a financial ad, and it was just like super ironic.
The contrast, yeah.
Is that hyperbole? Hyperbole?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely know what that is, but I don't know the
Yeah.
definition. Hyperbole.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you like? Are you gonna get like Google glasses or something like that?
I don't
when
know.
they come out, or
Honestly,
virtual reality.
Google Glass, I would get some Google Glass, like the failed product from whenever that was going to come out, like when the first round of those came
I remember
out.
those.
Like,
Yeah.
it never really caught on, and I feel like I want some of those now, just for like
Sure.
to be a hipster kind of. That'll be the new thing. Like everyone's getting the Oculus Rift, and you're like, and I wanted the Google Glass, like one eye.
They're gonna make
cyborg
some
thing.
crazy ones.
Yeah, once they come out
dude.
with the contact lens, I might tap out. I'm not getting that intimate with it.
Bro, it's gonna be interesting because like my gut reaction is like hell nah, but then it's like when other people start getting it, and they're like, you gotta try this.
Yeah,
man. When you
literally.
try it, I feel be like, oh, this thing is sick. I gotta get me one of
How
these.
did we ever live without this?
Right. Ooh. And that's just gonna start masking like a lot of shit, I feel. Ugh. Ooh. With like the metaverse and everything. Man, they've been pushing ads on that hard.
Yeah, I feel like it's still like they're a long way from global domination with that one. At least with maybe the young people. Like, although that's scary though. That maybe because Facebook seems like an older crowd still.
Totally.
But that's where if they take over that realm.
Dude, Mark Zuckerberg is such a weirdo. He's so
Yeah.
strange, man. I think just seeing interviews with him, it's just like, I don't know, something just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I wonder how he
Alien.
feels.
An alien. I don't know if he
Is
does
he like
feel.
proud? Yeah, like
I don't think
is he
does feel-
proud of what he's doing, or is he just like, we have to keep going, like we have to keep creating, or is he like,
can't you
this is an
just
awesome
chill
product?
a little bit?
Yeah,
Like, yeah. I don't know. The metaverse, scary.
I heard that he. I don't know if he still does this, but this was one of those like Instagram business guy tips probably. But it's like Mark Zuckerberg has 10 of the same shirt and 10 of the same pants, and he wears the same thing every day, so he
One of those
doesn't waste
guys.
time. Yeah,
Right.
deciding on his outfit.
I think
like
the
a black
psyche-
zip-up hoodie,
Sure. Yeah, I think that is.
literally like black t-shirt and jeans.
The psyche behind that is like your brain can only make a certain amount of rational decisions a day. So if you cut down the decision on what to wear every day,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, Steve Jobs was like that too.
Well, who says it has to be a rational decision? You could pick something irrational to wear.
Right.
That's how I look at it. But yeah, it's really interesting. I guess sometimes I do. I'm paralyzed by my t-shirt options.
Their outfit choice.
Just
it's hard
cut that out.
Do you just wear whatever on stage when you play shows?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the day of a show, I definitely will like be like, oh, not this shirt.
Right,
I can't wear that one. Like, but no, I'm not like theming the outfits around anything. Kind of color scheme.
Well, outfit, costume.
Yeah. I would like to be. I don't know about this project, but the idea of a character band where everybody kind of has a personality that's specific to the band and an outfit maybe to go with it is very alluring to me. Like I would like to be in a band like that.
Kind of like Gorillaz.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like everyone's wearing a jumpsuit or something.
Sure.
Like
right. We've been doing like a theme, trying to stay consistently with each show. Like we'll do like overalls, or we've done like an anime shirt or something random.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. I don't think we have a theme tonight. But yeah, themes are fun.
Fun hat.
Yeah.
Fun hat could be a theme. Yeah. Silly hat night.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep it like low key.
Yeah, the idea of a persona would be cool. Or like I respect bands that do that, I guess. I feel like when I see someone who's really given it all to the bit. There's a band from Champaign that's called Ship of Fools that I've seen, and the dude like would always have these homemade costumes that he was like he had been working on for like forever before the show. So like one time he had this giant like coat and like ski mask or something the first time. Then the next time he was wearing this big like tinfoil helmet kind of thing he had made that was like having a hard time staying on his head, but it's cool. Right. Like just
it's an extension of your show. Really,
definitely, because that's not really something I've breached into. Like I was talking about the other facets of things you can experiment with. Most of mine are textiles to try and sling at a merch table or something. But yeah, I respect the like giving it all for a show kind of like the spectacle of it all. You know?
I've thought about like doing like at a basement show, like bringing your own light show kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or just like bringing fucking bringing a TV.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. And
I don't think we explained what the TV was about, but Caleb, aka Marble Teeth, basically does a performance with the TV and it's synced up to your music. Or it just kind of plays in the background kind of thing.
Yeah, when I've got all the like masters of the recordings on my computer, so I just will do an export where I cut the vocal track and the guitar track out. Dude, and just burn that onto a DVD. So sometimes I keep the guitar part for the first 5 seconds in, so I can like get the tempo for it if it's one that like
you use that as a
starts with the guitar.
Then.
Yeah, so this is the band for this tour. This is the original band as well.
That's so crazy, man.
So I usually got a little remote. I can got a little next tab. There's a few different songs on there, so I can scroll through. I got an ambient track for some acoustic ones I'm playing without.
Can you play one
backing tracks
right now if you hit play?
I think if I hit play, it'll. Well, maybe not. I'd have to go get my remote.
That's fine.
Oh. You have to come out to Linden's after this comes
out. Right? Oh, badass.
So
did you make this video?
No, I usually just rip them off YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Typically. That would, man, I wish that was me. I need to commit this dedication.
Making a little house.
Won't go too far, but I like this bit where it goes to like night vision mode. Yeah. It's like a hog passing by.
Did you cut this up then? Like cut up the video?
Yeah. I just download them and split them up. Some things I like don't even like edit it at all, really. But
Right.
some I like. It's a 7-minute video for a
Dude.
3-minute song, so I like just chop it up, like
Right.
find the best little moments.
Badass. Dude, that's so sick. But yeah, come out to well, I hope to see you guys at Linneman's.
I hope we saw you.
Yeah, hope we saw you at Linneman's. I think a good amount of people are coming out tonight.
Yeah. Have you played with either of these other bands that are?
Dude, yeah, so
playing
Blue
tonight?
County Pistol is from Madison.
Okay.
Jasper is he went to school at UWM or UW Madison. I think he graduated now, but he was a part of a club called Wood, WUD Music in Madison, and they basically book shows at like the Union and kind of the UW Madison music stuff. So he hooked us up with some awesome shows over there. And he's got his own band, Blue County Pistol. They're like an alt country band.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, they're
I'm
really
stoked
cool.
for that one.
Last time we saw them in Madison, they had like a steel pedal.
Okay,
It was
all right.
really like kind of just refreshing to hear that.
Definitely. I
in,
feel like
Wisconsin.
it's really been there's the wave of the country stuff like coming back.
Yeah.
I really like that, like Western twang to it.
yeah, and like he doesn't come across as like a country kind of guy when
Okay.
you like first meet him and
For sure.
starts singing and stuff. It's like he's got a few different bands too. This is like his country project. I'm
Nice.
like, dude, these are your songs.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, this is sick. And then Rainbow Cobra, we've done a show or two. I think just one show with them before, but I've seen them. I think I've only seen them once. But dude, they play on a really rockin' set. They're like rock and roll folky a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, they all live in like the drummer and the guitarist, Ollie and Sam. They both live in River West, so kind of like I don't know, just a River West kind of band. I guess I don't
for
know
sure.
if that's a kind of vibe, but then
The genre.
yeah, genre River West slime,
River West
slimy.
core.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna
Is
be
that where
fun.
we're at right now? We're in
River West,
Okay,
yeah.
I saw the little sign on the street sign. I like the logo for the neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's very
you can see
colorful.
one right there. It's like, dude, I wonder if there's anything I can get tatted on my body from that. It's cool.
Like skyline or something.
Yeah, River West has been cool, dude. Like, which I would even say that Holton House with where we met is River West technically. It's only a few blocks away actually, but River West is a really cool community. Like, they just do a bunch of like garage sales around or like market kind of things.
Yeah.
And then there's like a River West 24, which is this 24-hour bike race that the whole
Oh, wow.
community just parties super fucking hard. in the
24
summer.
hours?
Yeah. And you can just hop in and hop out, but you sign, like most people sign up for it. But I was just riding around on my bike and did a lap or two, and like people are up all night just drinking and partying. And it's so much fun, dude.
Do the people race for 24 hours straight?
Yeah, they count it in laps, and you have teams.
So it's like however many you can do in the 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I think this year there was a team of unicyclers
Dang.
on like huge unicycles, and I think they won. And they won, I think, a
Dang.
few years ago. But that's like, what?
They're going to disqualify that soon. They're going to be like, all right, two-wheeled bikes only.
Sure, dude. I don't know what it is, but you'd almost think that's a disadvantage.
Yeah. Less weight, I guess. I don't even know.
No
but
idea. But yeah, most people are just cooking along, and yeah, that weekend was really fun last summer. But it's been cool to just really be in another neighborhood, I guess.
Okay.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, nothing like some friendly competition to get everyone excited sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You keep up with Milwaukee sports at all, or are you a sports
Mm.
buff?
I follow the Packers.
Okay.
I watch a Packer game. They've been really terrible this year.
Yeah.
So haven't really been kind of dipped off a little bit from
Yeah.
watching those games.
It's definitely easier to care when it's going well.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Same with like Bucks and Brewers. It's like I'll watch like the playoff games and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll go to a game too.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. What about you? Are you kind
I like sports. I wouldn't say I'm like following professional sports super hard right now, but definitely have gone through some phases of basketball watching and baseball watching. I like Chicago, like just the Cubs,
sure.
the Bears,
Some
the Bulls.
Cubbies.
Yeah. Was raised a Cubs fan, so it's just like they were always pretty bad when I was a kid, so there's that loyalty there. It's just
Sure.
like,
Same with the Bears, I bet.
yeah, definitely. Just having something to rally around. Everyone's just like, like patting each other on the back after the game.
I always give Bears fans so much shit.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't. I got nothing to even say because it's like undisputedly a better team. Like the franchise is superior.
I was watching this video on Facebook the other day of this Bears fan. And he's like watching the end of a Packer game and he's like tearing up. They lost. And his girlfriend is taking the video. And she's just kind of making fun of him. And she's like, are you really crying over this? And he's like he kind of gets like upset with her. And he's like, you got to leave. Like, you've been my girl for 2 months. And this team's been my team for 22 years. And he got so serious.
Yeah, people don't mess around about it.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
get it.
the alluring part about it, I guess. Like the community surrounding it is just really, because I mean that's really what drew me to music, I guess, in some way too. It's just like everyone getting so excited for this one band. It's just 4 dudes just like doing this thing, but everyone's like so into it. And it's the same with sports. Like it's literally 20 grown men playing a game that we made up like 200 years ago, but like there's thousands of people there just like so into it. And even if they're not into the sport, there's like just hanging out, like the community around it is fun.
It's a lot of emotion in it.
Yeah. Like they take it so seriously.
Yeah. And like the highs and lows of sports is
definitely
like really interesting.
The history of a franchise and stuff. Like people are like,
oh, sorry.
No.
My friend Lindsay once told me she took a class and they were talking about how sports is a way for men specifically to like let out their emotions. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, having an outlet.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why I'm upset. Because the Bears are damn bad.
Yeah. They can hug each other.
Yeah, just like bonding. Like, it really is like male bonding. Like
you can cry.
Sitting together watching the game.
Totally. Yeah.
Everyone's drinking.
Oh, yeah. And we are back.
Maybe I should have gone too, but I think I can hold it.
Do you want to go?
No. It's not even a problem now, but I can see it.
Chilling.
See it getting out of control.
But I'm excited for tonight. We haven't done a show since Halloween. And, it was at Bremen Cafe. And that stage is just, you've never been to Bremen Cafe?
I don't think so.
It's cool. Every Monday night they do an open mic,
nice.
comedy, and then also music open night, like later. It's a cool venue. It's like, just a River West staple. I feel if you're ever looking to do another gig.
Okay.
But Lindemans is really fun. As you know.
I like that place too. Did you? Was it on Halloween or was it?
It was on that Monday night.
Okay,
dang. On the Halloween, dude, a bunch of people came because usually
sweet.
Monday nights are pretty popping over there just with the open mics on Monday usually.
Yeah.
So, it was popping. There's a lot of people there.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Fun.
You guys dress up?
Yeah.
Is there a band theme or did you all take
No,
liberties?
we were thinking about it, but it kind of crept up pretty quick. I was a pineapple. My drummer Kai had a pineapple costume he gave me. He was a wizard. Jacob Slade, our lead guitarist, was Freddie Mercury.
Nice.
And then
Okay.
Dwight from The Office was Austin, our bassist.
It's a good collective.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, variety.
Yeah. Did you do anything for Halloween?
We just had a little Halloween party at our house, which was fun because
cool.
It's just like doing music all the time. Typically when I'm like going to a party, it's like a show or something.
Right.
So this time we were just like, no, we're just going to have our friends over.
Nice.
Planned out some games, like classic Halloween games. We had an egg toss.
Do you have an apple bob?
Dude, I was wanting to do that one. That was because anytime we would talk about it, I was like, bobbing for apples is the only like classic Halloween game I know. And we just didn't do it because I was like, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to want to do that. Also, like, what's the game? Like, who can do it the fastest? Or you just, like, try and do it? It's just, like,
I think you
an
just
activity.
try and do it. I remember doing it as, like, a little kid. It was set up at a birthday party, and, like kids' mouths were big enough, basically, and people would just be slobbering.
Yeah.
And they would be spinning. Try a different one.
Yeah, that's fair. So I was, like, thinking about bobbing for apples so hard, but now it's just like, what am I gonna put them in? Like,
Right.
no bobbing for apples. We did I hung some donuts from strings, and then it was like eat the donut hanging from the string.
Nice.
And we were like nervous just because it's like we're adults. Sometimes people aren't really like trying to play a game or like some little activity.
Sure.
Some people are like, I don't really want to do that. I'll
Right.
sit out. But everyone was like just having fun.
Sweet,
it was fun to
sweet.
like just have people over without, a need for someone to go up and play music
Right.
or like anything like that. We were
Totally.
just chilling.
Do you have like a good amount of friends then in Decatur?
Decatur, yeah.
I picture it being just like rural as hell and
Yeah, there's
farmy.
there's a sprawling suburban part to it, kind of, where it's
Sure.
like just really spread out. But yeah, I've grown up there my whole life, so I know a good amount of like just people, I guess. Shauna works at Starbucks,
Nice.
so a ton of her coworkers came over.
Cool.
It's
How's the music scene over there? Like, do you play shows much or do other bands?
yeah, not a ton in town. Like I said, there was that spot that just kind of started doing stuff, the Loft.
Sure.
That will be a good spot, it seems like. Probably like less, it won't be like all the time because it's other things as well, and it's kind of like a plan pretty far in advance show place, like not have a DIY show pop up like 3 weeks in advance.
Right.
But yeah, that was really awesome, and there was like that scene of people that are playing shows that are a little older and are playing like venues and stuff. But there's not a ton, or hasn't been a ton, of like younger people doing it recently. But I feel like that's coming back, like with this new place, hopefully. And there's a music or a college there that has like big arts programs. So there's always
interesting.
kind of
Okay.
like little crops of singer-songwriters like
Right.
passing through, but doesn't seem, from the school at least, to be a ton of like trying to make stuff like that happen. So
Sure.
it's like people will come out, but there's not a ton going on like in Decatur all the time. But it's pretty central to other small towns, or not like bigger towns in Decatur or in Illinois, like Springfield and Bloomington and Peoria.
Yep.
Like,
I've been to Bloomington before.
Okay.
Yeah, my buddy was going to college there.
ISU.
Yeah. April of 2021, I think, is when I went, and I just got my first COVID shot like right before that
Okay.
weekend, and I was feeling like dog shit
Yeah,
the entire
dang.
weekend, but it was fun.
That'll put you down.
Yeah, it was a long drive though, Bloomington to
Yeah, I'll bet.
here.
It's
It's like 6 hours,
Okay.
something like that, maybe.
yeah, that
Not too bad,
no, I
though.
don't know.
Do you mostly
Something like
gig
that.
around the Midwest then, or have you been gigging out like?
Yeah, I've been to the East Coast a couple of times, and then
Okay.
I've gone to like Oklahoma City a handful of times, but not really any further than that west. I want to do like a West Coast someday, but there's some drives out there that are just like 8 hours.
Yeah.
No choice. Like that's the shortest one you can
Right.
possibly make.
Yeah, talking with Dylan from Honey Creek, like East Coast is just way
Yeah.
easier.
It's
to
like you could drive
tour.
2 hours every day and like be playing big cities like
That's
every
so
time.
cool. That's so cool. I've never really been out to the East Coast other than like North Carolina when I was
Okay.
little.
Nice.
Definitely want to get out there. Been thinking about doing a gig out in Boston. I've a buddy who he crashed at my place with his band when we did a show together, Company Brewing, and they all go to Berkeley.
Okay.
So, yeah, we might just go out there and do kind of the same thing that we did with Denver, where
Okay.
we just backline everything.
Yeah,
Just buy a
one-off. That's nice.
Pretty cheap flight. So,
That's really handy.
yeah, it was fun. Just doing like those weekenders. New York would be cool too.
Definitely.
Never been there.
The Big Apple.
Big Apple bobbing.
Yeah, bobbing for the biggest apple there is.
Yeah. Have you been to New York?
I've been I went one time when I was like 12, probably on like family
sure.
vacation, and then
Yeah.
I went one time when I was like 19, or like 21 or something, 20, just on like a trip. Stayed there for a while, but never played a show there. It seems like a hard place to book, maybe. Like,
Dude.
just a little fish in the big apple.
Totally.
Little worm in the big
Dude,
apple.
That's got to be a crazy scene to be a part of.
Yeah.
Like just trying to get your music heard.
Yeah.
It's probably so saturated.
Definitely. Yeah, just bands.
That's how I think of Chicago too, in a way.
Definitely.
It's like in Milwaukee, you can really stand out with pretty much just doing whatever if you really want to put the work in and do it. But I feel like, yeah, just bands everywhere.
Yeah, so many people. New York is cool though. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever live in a big city.
I was gonna
like
ask,
that.
do you plan on staying in Decatur for a while, or?
As of now, that is, I mean, it's like cheap to live there, so it's just
Sure.
like it makes sense if I'm going to be trying to be gone for like periods of time touring and stuff. I would feel
Yeah.
bad like leaving my $2,000 apartment for like a month
Yeah.
and just paying rent to not even be there.
Uh-huh.
Not like I have any plans to be doing month-long tours
Right.
much recently, but even just like other traveling, we like driving around to
Yeah.
things our friends are doing out of town or
Right.
just like going to shows. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't have
See
many
what
life
happens.
plans right now, like
Yeah.
other than just experimenting with this. And that seems like a good home base for now.
Dude, it seems like a good just project though that you can really be flexible with and just like do whatever artistically
Yeah.
underneath like a
Yeah, it's a definitely
passion
becoming more of,
project.
I literally
Yeah.
have been saying that because I feel like with the TV, like doing that again, I was mentioning that it's like felt rewarding to do it again. But yeah, people have said they liked the care that like seemed like it went into all the shirts and TV and all that stuff. Like just, this is my hobby
What
kind of like.
inspired you to do that? Kind of like very hands-on, like very super DIY as it gets.
I mean,
kinda
at the
thing.
beginning, it was really just money. Like typically that would influence most of the decisions I would make, like
Sure.
around how I was trying to operate. Is I was just like, I want to do this, but I don't want to just pour money into it and then hope it works. Like I'm going to figure out things I can do that if there's interest, then it'll like just kind of compound on itself and I'll be able to like sustain it off of itself, hopefully. Not that you like shouldn't invest in yourself, I guess, but I'm just like weird with money anyway sometimes. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not buying that. Like if I don't
Right.
need to do it, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to like pay someone to show me how to do this. I'm
If you
just
can
going to
just do
like
it
try
yourself.
it. Yeah. I'm going to try figuring it out.
Yeah.
So, well, honestly, I was homeschooled when I was a kid.
Oh,
so
you're
I
a
think-
homeschooler.
Yeah.
Kid. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, the truth comes out. But when people talk to me about that, I think like a lot of my mindset really stems from that sometimes, where it was just like I wasn't in a class with 35 other people who were all like working on the same little worksheet. I kind of like had a lot of opportunities when I was a kid to experiment with stuff, and I had other siblings. My mom was attempting to homeschool at the same time, so there
Sure.
was
Wow.
parts of days where I could get away with doing nothing or like go work on my own little crafts or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's interesting.
yeah, the freedom to really like just create as a kid has stuck around, I guess, or it like still feels really good to do. And
molded you.
I don't really feel the need to like. I mean, I'm definitely inspired by things. I would not claim any of these ideas as mine, like originally, or like I'm inventing the wheel here. But it's like, yeah, like working or just figuring out what you want to do rather than like seeing something and be like, I got to do this, or like
Yeah.
someone has assigned me this project, so now I have to work on this thing that I don't really want to do for like 2 weeks. But
Were you homeschooled like all growing
until
up?
high school, I went to
Oh, okay.
a private Christian high school for
Got you.
like 3 years, and I was doing like dual credit classes at our community college kind
Oh,
of
wow.
sometimes. So yeah, just like bounced all over.
Did you go to college?
I did like half of a semester at that community college after high school,
Okay.
and then decided that wasn't really for me. So I started working a lot then, just like saving money,
Yeah.
and then slowly like building up more and more tours. Like 2017 is when I did the first solo Marble Teeth one,
Uh-huh.
and then it was just like every couple months from then until COVID because I was just addicted, honestly, to it. It was
Right.
like just.
How
so
did
fun.
you come up with marble teeth as a name?
It was just like from putting
Sick.
little
Sick.
trinkets and stuff in my mouth when I was a kid. I feel like sometimes,
Oh, really?
yeah, I would like in the junk drawer or whatever, just like get in there and find a rubber band to chew on for a while.
Sure.
Like, I don't know, if that's a sign of some larger disorder that's going on. But
Does that mean like you got like rock hard teeth kind of
I
thing?
don't know. I don't know. No, I would just like put a marble in there sometimes and
Okay.
like roll it around. You can kind of clink it along your teeth like a
Sure.
track. Yeah.
Interesting.
Which, the thought of it now, honestly, not repulses me, but I feel like that would not feel good on my teeth to bite a marble. But yeah, then one day I just thought of that phrasing of words and was
Yeah,
like,
it looks really good together.
Yeah,
I'm big on like the way
the ease.
hmm And then just like how marble and teeth, like marble's a cool ass word.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Both of those words are kind of ruined for me now. Not ruined, but it's just like I will always associate them with this, I
Sure,
guess. So it's like
sure.
it's weird having a phrase that I've just said so many times or like
Yeah.
written down so many times, seen it in so many different fonts. So like just
Starts
means
to
nothing to
yeah,
me.
it just
Yeah. It's like
how, like if dude, if I ever like bum a cig from somebody, dude.
I was gonna say, are you like cigarette guy now? Because I feel like
I don't know. For smoking a cigarette, someone will more likely than not be like, "Oh, this is a social cig." Just kind of comes with the job.
Yeah.
Like lately, I've just been like, "Dude, I don't even know what to say anymore to that." But yeah, it comes with the job. Well, the name. So
I gotta get one of those lighters. I like the
I'll give you one.
lighters. All right.
Yeah, I'll give you one. Yeah, you messaged me about those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe you sent me was it just Bic.com or something like.
Yeah, it was like logolighters.com.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I think they were I think I told you they were about $1 each, and I looked back into it. I think they were about like $1.60 each for like 300.
Yeah, that's
kind
not
of
bad
thing.
still.
So sell them for like $3. But I've been giving them away for free, more than I probably should though.
That's
but
the other easy thing to do. It's like,
Yeah.
especially when you're proud of something and you think they're cool. It's like,
yeah.
I just want you to have it more than I want you to pay me for this.
Right,
Like,
it's like $3. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not really asking for $3, but at the end of the day, yeah, I spent like a bunch of money on this. So,
yeah.
but I guess I don't know, investing in it at all. Yeah, you got Thanksgiving plans then? Do you do Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I mean, my family will do a meal, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What
What do you do for fun in Decatur? Do you go, like drink, go out or anything?
There's we kind of went through like a pool phase, like gonna
cool.
play pool. So
Billiards?
Billiards, yeah,
Oh,
not
okay.
like swimming at the pool.
like that sounds fun.
Yeah, I mean that would
Billiards
be
is
fun.
fun, too.
Become a beach bum. But no, just doing that. Like we'll just hang out at people's houses. Like
got really into doing billiards. Growing up in high school, we would just all, like me and a group of guys, just get really stoned and just have at it, listen
it's
to
like-
music.
just games in general. Like I that was ingrained in me from a young age. Just playing sports. I feel like that. Just like have fun playing a game, like competitive, but not like freak out about it.
Right.
And then I went through just like phases of not really doing that. But I've been learning some like dice games recently.
Oh, sure.
Like just having little things like that where it's like, you can all sit around and you're playing it, but it's not like there's 1,000 rules that everyone needs to be like so invested the whole time. Just something leisurely.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Been
My
trying
girlfriend, she was a camp counselor for a while, so she knows like a bunch of games.
Hell yeah.
Last night we her and her roommates and some other friends, we played hide and go drink. So basically there's different rooms in her apartment, and we had teams of 2, and there's 3 teams. So basically we'd hide a beer in a room, and it has to be showing, like visible without moving anything out of the way. And then you go look for another person sitting on the count of 3. Like everyone runs and tries to find it in that room, and then you gotta like drink the beer and meet back at like the spot. We won 3 times in a row, So me and her were partners.
Okay.
That was pretty
Nice.
sweet.
Yeah, congrats.
And we leveled it up to like after the first game it was a beer, and then we would hide a beer in one room and then a shot in another room, and then all the other teams did that too. So the shot was in a tiny little like capsule. Dude, it was fun. It was really fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, games are fun.
Yeah.
Have fun when everyone's participating. Not that anyone should feel pressured to do so, but most things are. Once everyone starts trying, it's like
Oh yeah.
not as bad as you think it will be.
Dude, like some capture a flag, man.
Yeah,
I
kick the can. I feel like
yeah.
I had some good nights as a kid playing
yeah.
games like that. It's like
Some
running
night
around in the
games,
dark.
dude.
Yeah.
I'd always do that growing up. I lived in a neighborhood with a bunch of kids our age, which was really nice. And then we would just do like 90-90 was a big game. Where
Okay.
It was one person has a big flashlight, and if it's dark enough, like everyone hides. And if you like the person looking for people has a flashlight, and if you get shined on and they say 90-90, you got to go to the jail. And then if you're like still not tagged yet, you can like creep up and tag the person in the jail and like get him.
Okay,
free.
yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was Kick the Can. We played that, but it was called Kick the Can, and then
Yeah.
there was like a box full of rocks that you just run up and kick to free the people in the jail. Yeah.
We played that too.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Can.
Yeah, it's such like you can get such a heroic feeling from
Oh,
something
hell
like
yeah.
that. But also a helpless feeling. if
Dude,
you're
running
stuck in
back
jail.
with the flag from like capture a flag, just so exhilarating, man.
The adrenaline high.
Ooh, my buddy got married recently. Shout out Isaac, and he had a bachelor party. And the next day, after we went to Potawatomi Casino, the next day we went paintballing.
Nice.
You ever been paintballing?
Yeah, one time. I was
Holy
just saying the other day I would love to do that again.
So much fun.
Yeah.
When
It's
we
like
first
Call of
got the
Duty.
guns, dude, like shooting those things with the CO2 and everything. Like the dude was like, "All right, everyone try shooting their guns and shooting it." I was like, "Holy shit, dude!
It
These are
feels
coming
powerful.
out fast."
Yeah.
And no one told me that we weren't gonna be given like any armor other than a mask. So I show up in a t-shirt and thank God
Dang.
pants. Dude, like getting hit like bare skin on the t-shirt.
Right
and
on the knuckle or something too. I don't know if you
Dude.
caught one on a bone, but
I got hit from like point blank. Like I don't know if it was this finger, one of my fingers. I was like trying to shoot the other dude on the
Yeah.
team like behind like a wall, and he was right there and just shot my gun and hit my finger on the knuckle real bad. Definitely,
dang.
that's
yeah, no,
that
that's
was
like
the worst one I
my
got.
finger. It's broken.
Good times, but yeah, we did capture a flag out of some other like team deathmatch ones, and the last one we played, I was right by the flag for a while, just pinned down. And, dude, it's scary when
Yeah.
you're just getting pelted
They're
and
whizzing
stuff.
by.
You got this mask on, you're so limited in your vision, and I just made a run for it, grabbed it, and like ran back, and yeah, won.
Dang.
Yeah, it was sick.
Celebration. That's awesome. Yeah.
Good times, yeah. Yeah, paintballing's fun.
Yeah, we should do that tonight instead of the show.
Yeah, right.
Battle of the Bands paintball.
Be so fun. I've been thinking about we have this like Milwaukee bands group chat, and trying to just like meet up with everyone to do like just hang out
Yeah.
and like no music, just hang out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think doing like a sledding night would be really fun.
That would be cool. There
Just
you
everyone
go.
goes sledding.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah,
Soon as that
dude.
will be happening, it looks like.
We usually don't get a lot of snow in Milwaukee though.
Really?
With like the lake effect.
Okay.
It really for whatever reason just gets really cold. Not a whole lot of snow. But where I grew up we would get like do you get a lot of snow in Decatur?
Yeah, it usually will get I mean, if it snows,
Sure.
it'll like snow a
Do
few
you remember
times.
like growing up and it would just be like feet of snow?
Yeah.
Compared to now, I feel like we don't get any snow at all.
Yeah, we had this last winter. We had a day where we got 18 inches, but that was just one time.
God
and
damn.
it was around for a while,
Yeah.
and it was fun. Like
Yeah.
there's something kind of magic about that.
Dude, it gets so quiet.
Yeah, just
I
like
love it.
eerie.
Yeah.
After a few days, it was not as fun anymore. Just
Sure.
like I want to go to the store or something. But
Right.
yeah, no, I was gonna ask if you had any big snow day memories. Do you remember?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like a big snow or an ice storm or something. Ever lose power?
Never lost power like that. I remember on some big snow days we would do just build some cool ass forts,
Yeah.
man. Like we built this one with this like tunnel through, and we put like water on the in it so it like
Seal it in,
freeze.
yeah.
Yeah, we made some cool forts. In my backyard we also built like with the help of my dad, we built this probably 12 feet high structure because my backyard was flat and we were all snowboarders growing up, and we built this huge thing with, it was a ramp, and then just like had a ramp and then had some like jumps and like rails and stuff we could hit, so
That's
it had
sweet.
like lights on it, so that was sick. Those backyard snowboarding.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any other backyard builds in the neighborhood? You said there's a lot of kids. Was there like anybody else's parent come up with something crazy? Like,
nothing like that, dude. My dad is pretty handy with it. With the same wood that we would use for the platforms for the ramp, we hosted this thing called Schultzapalooza.
I was gonna ask you about that. When you were saying your dad was handy, I flashed back to your Instagram story I saw one time. Yeah, tell me about that.
Dude, so Schultzapalooza, we started in like 2009 because my brother was graduating 8th grade and we were starting a band at the time. I was probably like 5th grade, and that was right around the time I started playing guitar. And we were forming a band, and he had a graduation party in our backyard kind of thing. And my dad built this stage, and we helped him out and stuff, and sealed off like our backyard. Our plot of land was like about an acre, and then we had a tree line in the back, and then sealed it off with like building these big walls with like tarps nailed to them.
Okay,
so it kind
yeah.
of made like a music festival kind of thing. First year, there's probably like 150 people in our backyard, like BYOB kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of having a good summer at night. The second year we did it was when the band, like, we had like a full band then, because it was just me and my brother, and then my guitar teacher was like singing and doing everything, and then his band played after us.
Nice.
The second year we did it, like 2010, we had like a full 4-piece band, and then we kind of coined like Schultzapalooza. So my parents like marketed it and stuff, and like had like an Evite kind of thing go out to just all these people in the city, and just like mostly friends, of course,
Yeah.
and like RSVP. And we sealed off the backyard, built this stage that was bigger. And I think next year we had it sponsored by like a local charity. And so they brought this huge like beer tent kind of thing, and
Sure.
had like big bar tables all around the backyard. We had a merch tent, and then porta potties like in the driveway
yeah.
dropped off. And so did that, and then the third year, I think was the last year we did it. It was like we had probably like 1,200 people in our backyard.
Dang.
It was fucking insane. Our band would open, and then like a local cover band or something would headline, and people just got fucked up, dude.
That's
And
awesome.
all the kids are running around and stuff, and man, it was just a fun ass night. And we would raise money and like do the tickets and give it to the charity kind of
Okay.
thing. And
Dang.
yeah,
And you did only 3 years, or are they still doing it?
only 3 years.
Dang.
And so like we had a detached garage in our house, and in between we had a built wall, and there's a door. So we had like a door guy around it. My dad,
Sure.
my family owns like a bike ski business.
Okay.
And so all of his employees would be like, I think volunteer hired them for like the night. They'd be like security and like doing parking. Like people would just
Okay.
park in our lawn.
Dang.
And like all throughout the
That's
the
so
neighborhood.
cool.
Good memories, man.
Yeah, that's really, really
good
cool.
times.
Do you
So,
feel like that was formative? Like you'd be where you are now without that? Or
100%.
Yeah.
Mostly even the band. I was in a band in high school, and we gigged a lot. Before I even knew like what like a scene really was. Like West Bend, where I'm from, is like 40 minutes north of here, and we didn't have like anything crazy with like support for that kind of stuff. Like there's Battle of the Bands and stuff, but it was all pretty I don't know, more so for fun. But we would gig like around at like charities and stuff, and our parents' support was fucking insane. And we there was this statewide battle of the bands that we entered, and we got to the regionals, so you get a spot at Summerfest kind of thing,
Okay.
and then play at the state battle of the bands. And I'll have to show you some videos later, but dude, yeah, I was the rhythm guitarist, and my buddy Peter was a singer and guitarist and bassist, and my brother was on drums, and he would sing too.
Okay.
So yeah, we were called Borderline.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Ever played a reunion gig?
No.
Nothing
We've
yet?
talked about it
Yeah.
though. Just because Joey, the bassist, went to the Air Force then, and Pete kind of stopped doing music, and then Addison, my older brother, he's in Amsterdam.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah. So, but dude, getting those shows under my belt of like, because I was so shy growing up, and that really broke me out of my shell, and just like being in front of people, having like stage presence and
Yeah.
stuff, and just being comfortable up there. Yeah, it was everything.
Yeah, no other way to get experience other than doing it. Like, no amount of thinking about it can you prepare you for that. Like those first few times, I feel like
Yeah,
you're
when were your first
so
shows?
so scared. I'm trying to think. I had done like musicals growing up a lot, so I was
really?
like
You're a
used to
theater kid kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it really stuck with me that much, but I definitely like it. Yeah, I mean that it was and even that it was like the community surrounding it was really like what I loved. Like everyone just all coming together and like practicing something for like 2 months, like every weekend. So that was like a Park District thing, so it wasn't like it was pretty low commitment in terms of like one practice a week.
Oh, sure.
For only a little bit. It wasn't like a school every day after school thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, doing that definitely like got me comfortable being. I mean, I was still nervous like when I was a kid for doing that. I was never like I love being on stage, like, but it was like this is a fun thing I like to do.
Yeah.
But then yeah, high school. We were like just having to set up our own things, just like play in our friend's garage at his dad's Halloween party or something.
Badass.
Like same kind of vibe. Like, so the first few I played, yeah, just like taking it so seriously. Like I remember like being there all day. Like we set up at like 10 in the morning,
sure.
like just like so excited.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere, and you like learn just what to do, like kind of, I guess, like what to expect, how to make people comfortable. Like I just love what I love about touring by myself sometimes is showing up like to a place where I don't know anyone and just having to like sit there for an hour and a half before the show and being like, so where do you guys work?
Right, dude.
And then just ask somebody one question and you can talk to them for like an hour usually. Like
just I feel putting yourself in those uncomfy positions, but then becoming comfortable with that.
Yeah.
That's a talent.
Yeah, I definitely didn't consider myself like extroverted like as a kid, but doing like stuff like this definitely makes me more comfortable like in situations where I'm not playing a show. Like I'll just talk to people. I really
Kinda
like
hanging out.
just like talking to strangers and stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun. Just like a gamble sometimes, honestly. Like you never know what they're gonna
Have
tell
you gotten in any like weird situations at all on tour? Like anything?
Never really anything dangerous, I don't think. Like or like even really that uncomfortable that I could think of off the top of my head. One time, me and my friend Grayson were going through Indianapolis, and we didn't have a show that night. And the dude we thought we were gonna crash with, like, just wasn't working out. Miscommunication, I guess. And so we use this app called Couchsurfer.
Okay.
That's like free Airbnb essentially.
Oh my
Where it's people
God.
like have this, you make an account, and I mean the ethics of it are you're supposed to like, people let you stay at their house, so then you're supposed to be open to like letting people stay at your house too. Like
Sure.
you become a host. So we just like literally messaged everyone that we could find in Indianapolis being like, we're here now, we need a place tonight, like we can
Yeah.
come over whenever.
Yo.
Like we just need a place to stay. So then this dude responded named Pete, and we just like went to his house. He was like, well, I'm going out with my friends tonight to this wine bar, but you guys can come if you want, or you can just like stay here. And we were like, I mean, we'll just stay here, I guess. We kind of had a long day.
Yeah.
So we're just chilling at this dude's house, like all by ourselves.
Wild.
We just went to bed, and then we like wake up in the middle of the night to this couple like arguing on the porch.
Oh shit.
And it was not people we recognized, but it was like getting kind of loud, and like the dude was like sounding scary. Like we didn't know if we should like step out and like say something or like call someone or do something, but we were like, they were right outside the window, so it was like they could see us, so we were like creeping around, like trying not to like be seen by these people.
Did they live at that house? Or?
We never even found that out. Literally, like eventually a cop just showed up and like gave the girl a ride, I think, and just like sent the dude off. He's like, just get out of here.
Yeah.
And the guy did not come in. And then the next morning, like Pete was just still not there, I don't think.
Wow.
Like, so we just left.
Nice.
Just left him a note, and we're like I don't think it was him. Like, there was no way it was him. And then we found the dude's like ID outside. Like, we think it was the guy who was like yelling with the lady. That was like one of the scarier moments, I guess, just because we were like. Also, yeah, if we step outside and like start talking to the cop, and he's like, "Do you guys live here?" and we're like, "No." Like, we literally met this dude on an app today.
Right. That's a weird position.
Yeah, that was a heart racing moment, I guess. But that's been a couple of years. I feel like I usually know at least one person when I'm like pulling into somewhere. So like having a spot to crash is try and figure that out. I've slept in the van one night this trip. I was not planning on doing that, but I had to crash in the van one night, and that wasn't bad. It was kind of cold, but in? Iowa City.
Okay.
I like drove an hour outside of the town probably, and just like found the state park and pulled off for a while.
Sure.
It was cold.
Have you ever slept in like a Walmart parking lot?
I've done that sometimes, but it's like so bright there. That's what I've discovered, and it's like, I guess there's cameras, so maybe it is safer, but it's also like. Seems less safe because it's just like a place anyone could go.
Kind of
like
meet up.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've definitely slept at some Walmarts, but I usually nowadays will try and find like a park. I feel like would be my.
Yeah. Like a state park.
Yeah. Like nature. And I mean, sometimes it'll be like closes at 10:30 or sunset or something, but I mean, I guess I would just play dumb if they were like knocked on my window in the morning. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm literally just on tour right now."
Like I'll leave, but I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry, I already slept here, so
yeah. Badass. So I guess might be kind of getting there, but do you just kind of plan on just really touring and pushing Marble Teeth?
Yeah, I guess
in the future?
I go through phases, I guess, of sometimes where you don't want to like overstay your welcome. Kind of, I would hate to start doing things I don't like just for the sake of like keeping something up. But I don't know. The last songs I put out, I feel like I really like those. Like I've been getting more into more recording like recently, so experimenting with more stuff like that. Probably this tour was like a huge blessing. So I definitely want to like do this as much as I can next year. Probably. Yeah. Want to do more full band shows. Like I've got a lot of plans, but I definitely want to have a well-rounded life as well. So
for sure,
want to keep my options open to like other hobbies I might be missing out on, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you? You got big gig plans over the winter? Or?
Lots of stuff lined up. Really being selective on the shows we're doing.
I was going to ask you that. This seems like a place where you could like play all the time if you like just didn't say no to anything. Is that something you're ever
it's
conscious
gotten to
of?
a point because we did so many shows locally, like from spring until through summer, really pushing the album, and the album release show was like a big pinnacle too. And then bless you.
Thanks.
And just kind of getting the name out in the city. We're definitely one of the bigger bands, and have a lot of people hit me up of like wanting us to join a bill, and it's like kind of just finding the balance of like how many shows do I want to do?
Yeah.
That's like worth it, especially locally. It can get pretty like I don't want to wear it out of the
Yeah,
crowd.
like no one wants to see you anymore.
Right, keep it fresh. We have fun though. We every time we play, it's usually a party and a good time, and people show up. But yeah, I don't want to play locally like every week as we once did. So now it's kind of like pivoting to the point where it's like, all right, let's do more like weekender runs outside of Milwaukee, maybe one local show a month, but just kind of keeping it open to doing like really cool builds. Like this one I really wanted to do, of course, and then Cactus Club next weekend is Diet Light's EP release.
Oh, okay,
so that show's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
We're playing the Sub T in Chicago, the 26th. And then the Majestic Theater in Madison is like a bigger
I've heard of that too,
thing.
I think.
We just got asked to do like a Wisconsin Pop Fest night there, January, and then April there's an album release show for a band called Seesaw. We're playing there again. So I'm really trying to book like seem like bigger
for
things,
sure.
but like really just getting the podcast going and being flexible with it too.
I saw the song breakdown
videos.
Man. You're pivoting to a content schedule or anything? You have other
I've been on a good
unplanned or unmade video ideas yet too?
Yeah, I have been listening to like some music marketing podcasts and really just figuring out like what kind of content I want to create that I like. Like I don't want to do anything where I'm in a rut of just feeling like I have to post something, which I do, but I like that aspect for myself.
Yeah,
I guess.
schedule is good.
Yeah, so sometimes. I do podcasts like Mondays and Wednesdays usually, and then whenever it's convenient, I want to do like these more. And it seems like they've been getting a good amount of traction for sure. Like building my YouTube, and then I feel like eventually pivoting to more of like a Patreon kind of thing.
Definitely.
So I really want to be like sustainable, like off of whatever I'm creating kind of thing.
Not feel like you got to be just on Instagram every day.
I'm
something
on it more than I want to
literally
be,
it's like it's so hard. And because when it's like this, sometimes you're like, this is a tool, this is something I'm using to make money and it's like free. Get my name out there. But then it's like, am I really doing that? Like 4% of the time maybe, but then I'm just like scroll, like reacting thumbs up emoji to everything. Are
you on TikTok?
I had the TikTok app for a while. I made like very few ones, but I deleted it because I had a few like probably 2 to 3 plus hour days where I was just like watching it and I was like, I got to do something else.
I have a rule for myself on TikTok. I don't go to the homepage. Like it brings you right to the homepage, but I just really post and get out of there.
Yeah, or even like your following tab, I guess, if you like had a few people that you were trying to keep up with. But just the constant stream of like exactly what you want. my feed like was kind of getting good.
It's addicting. Man.
Yeah, it was like today's vintage clothing haul. All these like 50 things I bought from Goodwill today. I'm like, oh all right, I gotta check all these out. Like all this stuff that it's kind of scary how it gets you, but
finding the balance of being like a content creator, but then a consumer, just like, man, the reels will get you.
Really.
Seeing some shit that you would never see in your like day to day. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's hard to say no.
Yeah,
it really is.
You were saying something like sustainable from that. Something I kept thinking about every day of this tour, but just never did it. So I'll have to try and Instagram wrangle it afterwards, but it was doing like an email list or something.
Oh, sure.
Even just having something like independent of an app, like a little more personal than just like a post you can scroll past. Like
totally.
It's an email where if you open it, you'll probably read some of it. Like But
one thing I do have a email chain through like MailChimp.
Okay.
I've only used it like 4 times, and it's just like time consuming. Not something I really feel drawn to, like typing out an email of like stuff I'm working on. But I've been on a good schedule lately of like Monday podcast, Wednesday podcast, and then Tuesdays we do band practice. And then Thursdays I post a vlog every week. I've been
Okay.
just doing like a 15-minute video of like just talking to a camera of like what I've been up to, which has been really helpful, especially for that like music breakdown thing. I want to do those like once a month now, of just like sitting down and just being able to talk
Yeah.
to myself really and kind of dissect. And it'd be cool to look back on too of like
Definitely.
where was I this
Yeah.
week.
Having that like documented for sure.
So, yeah, I'm on like week 36 now. Vlog every week.
Dang,
It's
okay.
pretty easy to make. Just put my phone up and then just post to YouTube right away. Like, don't edit that at all.
Nice.
Put it up. And then work has been pretty slow lately, so I've been having a lot of downtime, just like constantly editing on my phone. So
Cutting and pasting.
yeah, which I've always loved video editing too. So I was gonna go to school at UWM for film.
Really?
and
Okay.
Then switch to marketing. It was more safe, I guess.
Yeah.
So to speak. But yeah, just keeping it moving. Keeping it moving.
Marketing films.
Yeah.
You could market film. Yeah, I hadn't really done much video editing before other than these,
Do you ever put like
doing like the tracks.
like tour recap stuff? Like I don't know if it's something
so-
that you would love to do.
I'm so bad at like getting the content on my phone. Like it would be like the first 2 days of tour, I take 8 videos. Like here's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And then for the second half, I would have like 2 videos for like
Sure.
the next 5 days.
Right.
Just because like I fall off on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's like it depends on like what you want to do with it. Like talking with or listening to some podcasts and stuff. Like people, and just from growing with Social Sig, like people really do want to be fans of you, and it's been a weird thing to like accept of
Yeah.
like, oh, like I have fans that really want to keep up and like support as much as possible without, because I'll kind of feel like and the money part of it's too, it's like I don't want to like take your money if it was like a Patreon like once a month.
Yeah.
But then it's like if it would really help what I want to like pivot or transition into with like the vlogs, if I do start a Patreon, like every week talking about like I'm using the money for this and like being really transparent about
yeah.
like what I'm using, if I'm putting this money into like marketing on like trying to get on playlists or something like that, and just really just growing it from that standpoint, trying to live off of it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm stoked to see what's next. Yeah, seeing like the podcast, I was stoked to do this just because it's such a good idea.
Dude, it's a win-win for everyone, I feel like.
Yeah.
Having a conversation and then also just like putting other people on to like other artists.
Yeah. Platforms. Another extension of male-to-male bonding. We don't need sports, just podcasts.
Right.
So an excuse
Straight up.
so we can talk for an hour and a half.
Hour or two. I think it's almost getting up to 2 hours. But cool. Yeah. Do you want to promote anything else? You just released that one project, 8 more.
Yeah, I got
last
8
spring.
more. There's a few different records on Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, wherever you stream.
Yeah.
Instagram is where I post a lot of the clothes and stuff I'm working on, or like the stickers and stuff you're talking about, all the writing stuff. That's definitely something I'm going to take more seriously going forward, I think, just because the story zines I've done, I felt really good about those.
Yeah.
So just trying to figure out where to go with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, Marble Teeth,
I really
Marble
like
__ teeth.
Do you have any of the t-shirts that are the like I saw Marble Teeth? at
Yeah, the TV ones. Yeah. Yeah, fill
I'll
in
have
the.
to get me one of those.
All right.
Yeah.
I got a couple left.
Sweet. Yeah, those are sick. The fill-ins.
Yeah, I wanted something customizable or like
Right?
specific to the show.
And like very unique. Like I've never seen anything like that. I remember seeing a t-shirt that's just like a plain, shout out to Glamps, is a Milwaukee band. They like went up to Marquette, Michigan for a show, and they printed out a bunch of white t-shirts that was like, I stained this shirt at the Marquette, Michigan Glamps show.
Nice.
This date. And like if it's a white t-shirt and it gets all dirty, it's like, I don't know, it can get soiled and dirty and shit.
Definitely.
And like I'd want to rock one of those, like no matter
Stand
how it
up.
looked,
Yeah,
you know, because then you don't have to worry about the quality too much.
definitely. It's self-explanatory.
Right. It's cool.
So-
Thanks for listening, y'all. If you stuck around with us, and definitely check out Marble Teeth. And hopefully we saw you at the show tonight.
See you next time.
All right. See y'all. Thanks for listening. Bye.